All right, guys, we got the 850 tiny farm tractor, Mack 120 Ranger. There's a bulldozer and a loader around here somewhere. What might we be getting into today? We're just gonna have to stay tuned to figure that out. All right, guys, so this is basically what's going on. They got this old watering pond here. You guys haven't figured it out yet. I'm at my neighbor's house. Phil and Joanne, Wade and Ann, Logger Wade, everyone's there. But this old pond, the dam has slipped. It slid down over the hill, and it's just in a bad spot. It's actually slid all the way down there. So where Tiny is at up there, we're actually going to build a new pond and take that dirt and combinations with the old dam and the dirt that comes out of that pond, fill in this hole and fix that ditch. So yeah, that'll be a pretty fun couple day project, hopefully. All right, guys, we got a little bit of a haul road in here. There's a lot of bad dirt here from that pond dam sliding. I don't know how well this truck's gonna hold up. We're gonna put the old floats on Johnny to the test here again. Probably put a relatively small load on and see what we got before we get too carried away. I'm not sitting in the best spot myself, to be honest with you. We'll get rolling here today. I'll try to get thrown up there, get a little bit of video on this before we get too far along. It's kind of ghost town right here this morning. Instead of digging one big hole here, I'm kind of trying to figure out what type of dirt I got. I've got a feeling it's going to turn muddy at some point. That's alright. A little bit of everything in here, looks like. Put one more scoop on them. I don't want to get them too heavy. I don't know how well this road's going to hold up. Let's see what we got here. I ain't got you real heavy. Let's see what happens before we get too carried away. Well, she's pumping a little bit, but I think she's gonna be all right. Well, at least one load made it out of here. We got that going for us. He's gonna go down there and dump in the dirt. I'm gonna get myself resituated for another round here. See what happens. All right, guys, here's a little bit of an aerial shot. Hopefully I can explain a little bit better what's going on. There's a lot going on. It's kind of a hectic job site, but right here to the left where Phil's at on the 700, that's where the new retention area, pond, lake, whatever you want to call it, that's what's going in. He's actually stripping some dirt off right there. He's not real comfortable with. He didn't want to use in the dam. If we swing around to the right here where Tiny's getting ready to dump, there's you can kind of see it. Let me freeze it right there. That's an old ditch going over the hill. They used to have a little water bar retention area that come down through there and cut a lot of the water coming across the hill, and for years and years and years it just kind of ran freely over the hill and eroded that out heavily. It's probably 15-20 feet deep in places. Kind of dangerous, kind of an eyesore. So that's what we're trying to kind of kill two birds with one stone here and get that filled in. I think Wade's got a video on his channel a couple years ago. They actually come in and put a pipe in You can actually see the retention ditch up there above, and there's a pipe goes in the hill. So now it's basically piped in over in the hill into the woods. It's all controlled. Everything works out pretty good. So now we're just trying to get the remnants of that filled in. So we got Pooh is in Tiny, Jerry's on the 850, Phil is on the 700, Joanne comes in and out of this video a little bit on the loader, and of course I'm on the 120, pretty much loading trucks most of the day. Jerry's job's to keep the spoils pushed off, keep the haul roads in shape. Phil's building the pond, and then I'm loading out. These tires on Tiny, where we're loading at and where we're dumping at was extremely soft. A truck with conventional tires probably would have did it. We had to put a lot more effort into our haul roads and our dump pads. Tiny just marched right on like a champ. We didn't have any troubles whatsoever. We didn't get, doing a short haul like this, we didn't get too carried away with getting it overloaded or trying to get every last scoop on it. We just kind of did what was comfortable, and it worked out really well. So whenever Pooh gets spun around here and gets Tiny backed in, this pond here, Phil built years and years ago, and for some reason the dam itself didn't slide. The dirt underneath the dam slid, and he's tried numerous times over the years without much luck of trying to repair it, and has finally just kind of gave up on it, and it's actually bigger than what he needs. So basically we're trying to save what usable dirt we can out of the dam, load it in Tiny to fill in the ditch. We're going to get this thing drained, and then next spring when it all dries out, he'll come in and, you know, fill this in, basically turn it back into pasture, and then he'll have the new pond over there, hopefully on good solid ground, to where he'll be able to use that water to feed and water, or not feed, but water the livestock. So I'll get back in here. I'll let you guys watch Tiny get loaded from the drone. Pretty neat little shot here, and then we'll carry on. You guys want to see how well those flotation tires work on that truck? That's it right there. Pretty good, in case you're wondering. Really good, actually. Try to get you close up. Alright guys, here's the update. Phil's slowly getting started on the pond up there. Tiny's still hauling. We have got about that much dug out. I'm embarrassed to say I haven't filmed anything the last half an hour to an hour because this thing sounded like I hadn't greased it in 20 years. It was squealing and squalling. Come to find out, I had a dang stick stuck down there between there and the cab. It was scratching on the side of the cab. Driving me crazy. But anyways, we're getting it. There's you see the ditch is getting filled in down there slowly but surely. I don't know, we've probably been at it for about 4 hours now, so we're making really good progress. Haven't got anything stuck, haven't got anything tore up. Got me a nice cold Pepsi. We're moving right along, All right, back to work. All roads been holding up pretty good, but oh, Jerry, make sure we always got a super highway to haul on with the super swampers on the truck. There's one spot right there, which is part of the problem where it slid. You can kind of see where it slid right there, but it's pretty spongy right there. All right, guys, we just grabbed a quick lunch, getting ready to go back at her. Except though Tiny won't start. You got nothing?
I ain't got nothing.
Oh, goodness gracious. I guess that right there was off. It turns real easy, real easy.
It's in your island, I
Guess I need to load you easier.
You're bouncing too hard.
All right, back in business. All right, guys, I'll give you guys a little mid-afternoon update, I guess. If anybody's wondering, this is technically 3/4 of a yard bucket. Now, I've been putting anywhere from 15 to 17 buckets in here. We're not overloading this truck because where he's dumping out down there, there's just no reason to overload it. I'd say this truck will probably haul 19 to 20 buckets if you really wanted to have it full and running off the side. We've been putting about 15 to 17 in there. It takes me 3.5 minutes or so to load it, somewhere in that neighborhood. It's not too horribly too bad. It'd be faster if I'd have to swing all the way around 180 degrees to load every time. There's just no way to get the truck down there below. It's just way too stalled. We had a little bit of a rainstorm move through here a minute ago, but so here's kind of the update. We started off way over there and we're to here. We probably took, I'd say, an average of 10 feet off across through there. And if you guys remember, we're loading it on the Tiny. He's over there. There's the ditch that's filled in. It's most of the way down through there. Getting pretty close to having what we need down there. Jerry's been on the 850 all day. He's been maintaining haul roads, keeping rocks pushed off, keeping everything pushed off down there from Tiny. Phil's up there working on the pond. He's got the dam kind of started going around there. And Joanne took out some fence posts over there and she's filling them in with church. So, yeah, we'll get some drone shots again here at the end of the day. Give you guys a little better perspective of what's going on. But it's hard to show. I need to go down there and get a shot, but it's a pretty good little hill that Tiny's dumping on. It's been doing pretty good. Wild man here. Whenever he gets caught up down below, he comes up here and just kind of cleans it up and scooshes it into me. That is extremely soft and muddy over here, but it's not too bad over there. Keep on plugging along. Alright guys, this is kind of the same little drone flyover here at the end of the day versus the one we took at the beginning of the day. You can see Phil's got his pond or little retaining area pretty much the way he wants it. Joanne's kind of going over with the loader, just compacting it in, making sure we got her the way Phil wants it. Phil's coming back and you can see the darker color dirt there. Getting some topsoil on the back side of it so it'll grow some vegetation and keep from eroding. The ditch is almost full. As you can see, we've made it most of the way down the hill. I can't remember for sure. I think we hauled 52 loads total, so this is probably load 49 or 50. I think it took a couple more loads after this. But we're getting close. The farther down the hill we got, the narrower the ditch got, which was kind of odd. Usually it's the other way around. The farther down the hill you go, the worse it gets. But doing good. I don't know if you've seen from some of that time lapse, we were kind of mixing a little bit of the mud with some of the better dirt, just to making sure we had enough material to get this filled in, and it worked out really well. We had a few squishy spots, no real soft spots. I think it's gonna work out great. And Jerry's getting the last little bit pushed off here. We kind of kept him humping with the old dozer. We kept him pretty busy. Whoop, watch out there, Jerry. But no, we're getting close. We're going to fly back up the hill here. We got 2 little things we need to do before we finish out the day and call this one a wrap. So let's make her happen. All right, guys, we got all of our dirt hauled over the hill. That turned out pretty good. I got the laser set up. Phil's got his little pond roughed in here. We're going to set the laser up and see how close he is. My eyeball agrees with his eyeball, which says it's probably pretty close. Let's go find out. All right, guys, I shot great across there. Sorry I missed it. Me and Phil got to talking about the plan today, plan tomorrow, life. Get attacked by a stick. Seriously? Anyways, it's close. He's within 3 or 4 inches around there, and yeah, that's pretty doggone good. We got one little bitty project we need to do yet. We need to finish draining the water out of that pond so it can be drying up, and then if it's still got enough daylight left, I'll give you guys a tour, a close-up if you would, of everything we've done today. If not, I'll be back here in the morning. We'll do it again. I think we're going to bring the old super stick back out of retirement and dip out a pile on the other side. So let's go drain some water. Bill drained most of this the other day, and then we kind of capped it off so we could work down here. I think this is pretty solid. Famous last words, ain't it? Look at that rock right there. Don't need to run over him. Hopefully we can walk out here. Oh yeah. There we go. Gotta keep on walking here and hit a sucker hole here in a minute. Drain this little pond into the big pond. Ooh, nice and slimy. Oh yeah. That is nasty. Arsenic. Cutting me a ditch down below there, get her down, and we want to get it going towards the ditch, heading over that way. I think we got her. Anybody's wondering, that smells horrible. There she goes. babysit her for a second, make sure she drains. All right, guys, it's getting dark on me. I don't know if you can see. I got that hole completely drained. I think I got this one about as good as it's gonna get. It's still draining pretty good, as you can see there. It's getting dark on me. I'm gonna get walk out of here. I'll be back up here in the morning. We'll do a little walk / drive around, give you guys a tour of everything we did so you can get a full scope of it. Call it a wrap. So see you guys in the morning. All right, guys, it's been a crazy couple days. It's actually 2 days later from the time we worked up here, but I finally made it back up here in the daylight, sunlight, cloudiness, whatever it is, to give you guys a little look see at what we did. But here's the pond. You can see it pretty much drained completely out. There's a big old snapping turtle still swimming out there in the mud. I don't have the proper footwear on to get close. All right, guys, pause for just a second. Let's address the string on my face. I have no idea where it came from. I can only assume it came from the inside of my sweatshirt whenever I pulled it over my head, but I hope it bugs you guys as much as it bugs me, because it's there till the end of the video. So anyways, all right, back to what I was saying. Check him out, but that's it. That's draining. That's gonna pretty much sit over the winter and dry out, drain out, however you want to say it. Then next spring it'll all get pushed back in shut and just pretty much done away with. It's been a trouble issue for them for years, and yeah, getting rid of it. So this is the new pond. I don't even know if you'd even call it a pond. Retention area. They don't need a whole lot of water. It's probably about a 40-foot circle, and if I had to guess, maybe 10 feet deep. And basically all they're going to do is, there's a pipe laying right there, so that pipe will end up coming into here, and that pipe feeds that watering well down there. So they basically just need enough water to water the cows out of here. This will get a fence around it so the cows can't get in it. Cows can get down over the hill to the water. Should be good. There's a couple springs up here on the hill that drain out from the church that should keep it full, so they don't need a big area. So yeah, that should work nice. Let's head over the hill. I'll show you the ditch. So years and years ago, whenever Phil and Joanne, this used to be all woods at one time. Whenever they first cleared this, they put in this diversion ditch to catch a lot of this water. And this diversion ditch used to run straight down over the hill. And from starting about right there on down, if you remember the beginning of the video, it was probably 15, maybe even 20 feet deep in places where it just had washed and rutted out. So a couple years ago, I think Wade's got a video on this actually. They come in here and put it into a pipe here, and they actually piped it all the way down to the woods, but they didn't get the ditch filled up. So that's why we took Tiny, hauled the dirt off the hill up there, and basically come down here and got this ditch completely filled in. So now they can come in here, mow it, brush hog it, maintain it. Looks a lot better, be a lot safer, just makes everything a lot more usable. But yeah, there it is. I think there's 52 loads of Tiny that went in there, and I'd say Jerry probably pushed another 15 or 20 loads off the hill up here while he was waiting on us. But that turned out really nice. I think Phil's happy with it. There is one other little thing that I did not get a lot of video of. I'll take you around up here on the other side of the hill and show you. And yeah, it ended up being a pretty cool little project. It was just got a little hectic and timing got a little crazy, so I didn't get a lot of video of it, but let me show you guys real quick. All right, guys, we're actually on the opposite side of the hill. So what we were working at before is on the back side of the hill. Come on across, and this little pond here, you should have seen it before. It was a complete mess. We actually put the super stick on and dredged this thing out. You can see the black pipe laying there. It's pretty much the same system. The watering tank is right there over the hill. But yeah, it was completely full. Combination of the hill slid, cows wallowing in it, dirt settlement over the years. It's not the prettiest thing now, but it'll hold water and be functional again. We kind of just threw all the dirt over the dam here, letting it dry out, and then Phil's going to dress up a few areas with it next spring. But yeah, it was a mess. Nice and slimy. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and as always, we'll catch you guys on the next one.